Oh, okay. We're just gonna roll
now
right
you started,
into
guys.
it.
Don't get nervous now.
When the camera
dog.
goes down, we'll go. But that way I can at least do a little audio check on this. What we're
Yeah,
going.
yeah, yeah.
So how'd you get to be the? Have you always been like the second guy? Like, are you just?
So-
Because I know you was alone for a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's another story.
Yeah.
All right.
We got 10 minutes.
Give me the short version.
He ended up hooking up with my homeboy, which was
Oh.
the third guy, the other guy on the show. I was more the shy guy. Like, I didn't really want to, like, what, you know? So then my homeboy got me on, you know, and then my homeboy ended up leaving, and then that's how I
great.
stayed on the show.
All right.
You know, but me and my homeboy don't talk no more.
What?
All right.
Yeah, because they got into it.
Oh.
We're live and ready. Intro song, Chris. How you like that, baby? How you like that? How you like that shit, right? It's like you're at the Tonight Show, baby. There's a camera going.
Like, hey, nice camera.
How you like that, brother? All right, people, you know what it is. Coming direct to you live from North Hollywood, California, and in front of a live YouTube audience. Got the homie Boo Boo in the house.
What's up? What's up? What's going on out there?
We got Boo. Oh, we got Boo Boo.
That's it. That's a good name. Hey, boo boo.
And today it's my pleasure to introduce to you a man who's you've been on some good shows, man. You've been on Shameless. You did some Mayans, NCIS. What else you been on?
Kilroy was one of my
That was your
first
lead movie.
lead role, and I just booked a movie, TV show with Courtney Cox. I can't say the name yet, but
Oh, really?
her and Greg Kinnear. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Congratulations. Hold
Thank
on.
you, man.
Well, let's introduce the man. Mr. Wilson Ramirez.
All right, no drum roll. Nah.
Oh,
I
man.
was kidding, man. Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me. I've been wanting to get on here for a while, man.
Hey, brother, like I told you, man,
sure.
it's all about the timing, brother.
Yeah.
It's all about the timing.
know,
If I would
right?
have brought you on back then, it would have been like, it would have been lost in the shuffle.
Yeah.
Nobody would have seen the interview. That's what happens to these interviews that you first start. Nobody really
Yeah.
sees them. Now, you're a big star. Boo Boo's a huge star, so here we are, brother.
That's right.
So you were asking, where was he raised and all that stuff?
Oh, yeah. Where you raised at? Where you from?
Where were you born and raised at, brother? Boo Boo's
I get starstruck every once in a while, bro. I know you on the Mayans, and
I
I
do
love
that sometimes.
show.
Oh yeah. That is a great show. It gets on for another season. I'm excited about that too.
That's right. I've been trying to get on, man, but nobody won't let me on.
No, why not?
You got I know
you
that's
got
on it.
the-
Everybody's like,
He's got the look.
everybody
the
ignores
look,
me,
bro.
man. You know?
He's got the look. No, but where were you born and raised
I
at?
was born in Jersey back
Okay.
in '71.
But you have an LA on
50
you,
years
bro.
old. Let
Let him get to it, man.
Everybody always tells me that.
This guy's already jumping.
I'm gonna
homeboy.
tell you, because there's a couple homeboys that always give me a hard time with that.
All right.
But yeah, I grew up in Jersey, 14 years of my life, and then the short version is we moved to Texas because my dad had a job thing lined up. Didn't work out. The guy died, so my dad had a hustle back to an old job that he had. He went to Pennsylvania. We stayed down there for 2 years in Texas. Then we went to high school there. And then we moved to Pennsylvania, which trivia, we went to the same school that Mike Piazza went to.
Okay.
He won the state championship. Then he left. Me and my brother played baseball in Phoenixville. And then after that, I stayed.
Were you any good?
I was good. I just was chasing too many skirts. My brother got drafted by the Indians.
Oh, okay.
And he got a 4-year scholarship to play at Seton Hall. He chose college. I didn't have enough understanding of. He should have just tried rookie ball. You know? 'Cause I was like, man, I should, because I think he was just scared to go, you know. But he had a chance, man. He could have went pro and at least get that exposure, you know.
Yeah.
But he did all right. He did all right. Had some injuries. He was natural talent, but it set him back, and you know, it just happens and stuff.
What position did you play?
I played first base and third.
Okay, you were decent though, right?
I was decent. I was all right, but then I just couldn't hit no more.
They got too fast for you or what?
I don't know, man. The whole, you know, I
Gotta
just
go back to slow pitch or what?
yeah. You know, it just was bad, bro.
Or was it just a certain pitch that they knew they couldn't? You couldn't.
Hey,
really hit?
it wasn't that. It just was you know, I just wasn't focused, you know. And then when I was in high school, I was focused. We tried out for the Reading Phillies. You know, we made the first cut, and then they changed the whole staff. But you know, even then at that tryout, I didn't hit too well. Plus, it was wooden bats compared to aluminum bats.
Yeah.
So I tell my kids now, you got to take the time to really perfect your craft. Like my brother, he was super fast. He ran a good 70-yard time, right? But he was fast naturally. He never worked on his legs and nothing like that. So when he pulled muscles, it was, you know, he pulled muscles because he just wasn't stretching. He wasn't doing the things that you needed to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why you see all these kids now doing all this plyometrics and all this stuff, getting ready, you know,
because you got kids nowadays like 13 years old getting surgeries, man.
Yeah,
because they're pushing them too much.
Yeah, that too. So it's, you know, you got to be built for it. I think you just naturally have to be gifted and to be built, you know, for that type of performance. I mean, high school you're balling out, college you're balling out, pros you're probably already spent, you know, and you're just trying to get a check now, you know. And there's only a few handful of people like Ray Lewis or somebody that can actually just go nuts though every year and just have that stamina and that strength. So it takes a lot, you know. So, but
So how long were you out there for? And when did you make your transition over to LA?
Phoenixville, I was there till I was like 19, and then we moved. Me and my mom drove. My dad had to go. Plant closed down. I was working at the same plant he was. We moved to California. He moved to El Monte, to West Covina, and he was working in El Monte at a glass company. So we drove out there in the car in the Caprice Classic with the trailer. And it was just me and my mom, man, and became my 19th, turned into my 20th birthday, and we rolled into West Covina.
So you came to the LA scene what year?
1989, 90.
Okay, you still got here. So you were a young guy, but you're coming from a whole different world.
Yeah.
How did you first come to LA, and what were you hanging around with at first?
I just gravitated to the gang stuff like quick. I saw Colors when I was younger.
Oh, yes.
And then I would listen to Eazy-E when I was back in Phoenixville, and I was like, dang, what the heck? I was like, dang. And I was like, I'll never go to California. It don't matter, you know? And my dad was like, you going to California? I was like, and I was like, all right. So I just studied. I was like all into barrios and hoods and who was where and where was what. And then I just gravitated to, I was working at security in Children's Hospital in Sunset. Yeah. And the homeboy Penguin was there, and he was like, "Hey, come to the pad." I was like, "All right, you know." Yeah. And one thing led to another. We went from Ricardo Street to the projects, and you know, just I started affiliating myself with with Hazard and stuff, and you know. Lots of ups and downs, and
it was majorly crazy back in those days too.
It was crazy times.
So how did the homies from Hazard accept you being older? Because most guys, you know, they get in at 14, 15. That's usually about the age. So you were about 4 or 5 years behind them. Yeah. Did you ever get any pushback from anybody? Or
sometimes I got pushback from people, but the homeboys always took care of me. They was always like, "Oh, you're not gonna be from the hood. You're gonna rap. You're gonna be a rap. We got you. You know."
What was the name of the rap group you were in?
The rap group was Latin Bomb Squad.
Latin Bomb Squad? And it was who?
It was me, the homeboy Richie, the homeboy Chino, Jap, the homeboy Lalo, and then every night it was DJ Fuse. He wasn't from the body, he was from Long Beach, but the Cisco every now and then would tag along. You know, he was with us and stuff. He like the muscle, you know. And
was any of those guys from Hazard too, or just?
No, they were all from Hazard.
Oh, so it was all you guys from Hazard.
Yeah, it was the Dirty Dogs. It was the Tiny Locals. No Condors, and so they would run with us.
What kind of music do you guys drop?
It was gangster rap.
You still remember a lyric or no?
Nah, I don't remember no lyric.
You know damn well you do. That's why he stopped drinking, because he was rapping too much. He's like, oh, they put me on the spot here. Come on, fool, drop a beat. Homie, drop a beat.
Serio. Well, I'm not.
You still got your cassette?
You sound like Richie Valens right now, dog.
What was your name again?
Down money going getting paid.
So what was your MC name?
It was Nice.
Nice.
And, Nice, Mr. Nice Guy.
That's right.
Because I like Greg. I like Greg nice and smooth. Yeah. I like them, and then I like that I was nice with the flows. I thought I was nice with the flows, so I said, hey, you know what? I'm calling myself Nice. They don't think I'm nice with the flows, but I do. And it just was, it just that.
So where were you guys recording at? Or were you guys recording?
At that time, I would go to do you remember the, what was that, the recycler? And you would go into the back and they'd have studios. The recycler, and it would go like
our Craigslist from the 80s.
Yeah. So you'd go on there, and it was a bigger one. It was, I forget, maybe it wasn't the recycler.
Penny Saver.
No, not that one. It was another one. It was crazy, man. But you go into the back and it would have studios, and it would say studio time for $25 an hour, studio time for whatever time, and over here, over there, over here. So a whole 6 songs for $300 or something like that. So we was like, so I picked one. And I met up with the dude. His name was Vernon, and he had a production company called Basehead Studios and stuff.
Basehead Studios.
Yeah, right. How ironic, right? All the primos we smoked, dog. Oh my God.
It's just coming together like a glove.
It's all coming together.
This is perfection. Yeah. So it was like it was good at first, dog. We was good at first and stuff, and then the dope kicked in, kind of. The dope kicked in sick, fool, and then it's just like it was my own fault. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't keep it together.
Were you guys all getting high, or most of you?
Hell yeah, we was all.
What were you guys doing?
No one was left out, huh?
What were you guys doing?
We were getting loaded off everything, but mostly primos, though. We were smoking.
Well, I always find it funny with the primo guys, right? This is what they do. Were you smoking with weed?
Yeah.
Well, everybody's like, no, I just smoke it. But as soon as the primo starts going red, that's when and at the end they get rid of the weed and they just go straight bass, homeboy.
Is it? That's it. I never based it. Yeah. I never based it and stuff because it's not what I do.
Yeah.
Right? Because I'm not a crackhead.
Yeah. my homie, I won't say his name. I told him, what's up, fool? You still smoking crack? Nah, fool. I smoke primos. I said this, motherfucker.
Yeah, hey, come on, bro. That's...
B-dog.
Way different. Totally different.
It's a whole different
Yeah, right. So I got real with myself, and it was basically getting high off rock, right?
At Base Studios.
Because at the Basehead Studios.
Yeah.
And then it got to the point because you had to have bunk weed, dog. You couldn't have no chronic. You ain't gonna do nothing. Back then, give me some crap weed, and it's gonna be banging. You give me some chronic, it's gonna kick in after like 2 seconds. You're like, yeah, dog. So you had to know how to do it, dog. So we was rocking and rolling for a while, man. We dropped a couple albums. We had a couple. We had maybe 1-2 good radio songs and stuff, and we was getting some promotion, and we done some stuff in Arizona and upstate. And
doing like little tours then.
Little tours, yeah. We was doing all right, man. But then it's just little things wasn't clicking, or you know what I'm saying, and it just was. It started getting a little bit too much, where it was like animosity, or things wasn't going the way I wanted things to go, and getting all butthurt or whatever. I mean, a lot had to do with me. Just my maybe emotions and stuff.
Also the drugs and immaturity.
Oh yeah, all that's what I'm saying. All that was just it wasn't meant to be. It's like you're pushing a car up a hill. It's like, bro, where you going, dog? You're still here.
Yeah, I've done it though.
Yeah. So it's like, and it's you don't realize because you'll blame everybody else, and then you have to get kind of truthful with yourself and be like, yeah, I had my chance, I blew it, but then I jumped into another crew. So I was rapping in another crew, NCIS, Next to Serve. They was like a tag crew, but I was rapping with them, and I was loyal to them and stuff like that. Not that I wasn't loyal to Hazard, but it was a group thing. So I was rapping with him with Happy, and Happy I changed my name to Lefty because I wasn't doing right. Right, so he was like, "I'm gonna call you Lefty, dog, because you don't do right, dog." Right, and I was like, "Yeah, that goes good, right?" And I was fucking lost, dog. So lost. I was believing every bullshit they was telling me, right? And I was just like putting Lefty Knuckles, Lefty. Big left dog. It was just like, but it was a good experience. We had some good music. It just was. Just like I said, just beating the dead horse. You're just trying to.
How many years were you doing that for?
Oh, I started rapping in New Jersey when I left. Just like a rinky dink type thing with the homeboy, and I was like 14. So I would still keep writing, but I didn't start really recording until I was 8.
So when you first came to LA, did you have like that East Coast flavor?
Yeah. No, definitely. Like, that's why it was another thing too. Like my East Coast flavor with gangster rap, it was kind of like, it was almost like a Mobb Deep thing in the West Side, and it's just like it's good, dog, but it's just like I don't know, dog. And let's listen to some Dre. It's like it just everybody else just had what they had here, and just mine was just kind of like different. wasn't bad.
No,
it just was,
flavors.
the flavor was just a little off, you know. I mean, it's like a West Coast rapper going
To the East Coast.
to the
Especially
East
back
Coast,
then.
especially back then. Yeah, now it'd probably be different, but back then you can tell the styles.
Yeah.
And my style was just like I was coming from the street. You could tell it was like the hood, but it had the East. It sounded like a negro. It sounded like, you know, it sounded like a negro. It didn't sound, you know, and it was just like
You might be able to make a comeback now, fool.
yeah. Yeah. What am I gonna name myself this time? Grown folks music.
So what was the biggest difference from Jersey to LA when you came here that you noticed off the back that you were
Well, I mean, I was a sports kid. I mean, my brother, we played sports fall, winter, summer, right? So we were playing wiffle ball in the morning, in the night, in the mornings, in the summer. We played football, baseball, with pads, without pads, in the street, in the snow. Mm-hmm. You know, we're chasing. You know, we're already like thinking about chicks and stuff like that. Yeah. And then it wasn't really. We didn't really see any street stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We heard some stuff. I was in a breakdance group, right, called Lady Lovers. That was like the first clique I was ever in, right? Lady Lovers, and shout out to Fresh and Dinka and all them. Pee Wee, rest in peace, right? But we was doing that, and we saw the homeboy get mopped up by some Puerto Rican fool. Yeah. Hit him with an uppercut. Now we were like, oh man, we was already late coming home. We were crying, going home, like, damn, he's dead, dog. Because he was laid out, fool.
KO'd.
Yeah, he broke his collarbone and everything. And he was just like, you know, he was gone. So I was like, dang. And then, but that's the biggest thing I saw. And when you come to LA, and it's just issues.
Gangbang capital, homeboy.
Yeah, it was just tough. It was a lot of stuff. And if you wanted it, you could get it.
Oh yeah, it's not like today.
It wasn't like, you know, there was times where it would come, but there was times where if you really wanted it, dog, it was coming, dog. And it was coming thick, you know. And then so, you know, you had to. I was talking to a homeboy today. It's like, if I saw homeboy enemies when I was in the joint, if I saw five enemies, I wouldn't go straight. I would go around. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not stupid. I like myself. And I was like, yeah, it makes sense. But I mean, so it's true. Like, you gotta like you said, you gotta watch everything, you know. And then so then we came to LA, and that's kind of how everything started, you know.
I got an important question for you. That placazo at home.
So the placazo was from that
placazo at home.
This was another of my days. And honestly, like when I tell my kids go, I want to get tattoos. Okay, all right. I tell them, you're gonna get tattoos. I can't stop you, but know what you're gonna get, and talk to me, and I'll get you to the right people. Don't go in the back and get a tattoo that slides down. Don't do that, because you're hiding from me. Just, you know, but make sure it's something you're gonna keep forever, you know, because it's like, so the LA tattoo I got because it was a street thing. I was like, I'm gonna represent LA. Yeah. You know, what people think it's a Dodger thing. Yeah. And it's not, you know, because I'm a Mets fan.
Oh, shit.
Right? Good night. Good night. Good night, everybody. That's it. Curtain call right there. Yeah. But I'm a Mets fan. I got no problem with it. I like the Dodgers. Yeah. Right. I got no problem with that. I like them. You know what I'm saying? I like any team that's winning. You know what I'm saying? And the Dodgers, I like. You know, I'm from there, but it was a street thing. So, you know, but to explain it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, shut up, fool. You know, so I'm just like, I go along with it. Like, yeah, dog, it's the LA Mets, fool. You know, so.
But if you're sitting in the Hazard Project, you can see Dodger Stadium right in front of you.
Well, you can't see it, but you kind of can. Depends on the hill you're on. Yeah, you can see it. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. But yeah, no, it was, you know, it's just that's where it came from, you know. And then, you know, and I got the roses from my wife. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then I had my Spirit Marie on here as soon as she was born, and I made sure, because I was in another group with the record label called Most High Records.
Oh, okay. You went from the bass hit to the Most High.
How ironic!
Like a wild ride, boy. A wild ride.
Damn, dog, you're always high. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I changed my rap name was MC Cheech at that time. Not playing.
How long you been with your wife now? It says some pictures. You guys were really
I've been
young.
with my wife. We met in '96 at Club Shout in Baldwin Park.
Okay.
She was dancing. She used to dance for Soul Train.
Okay.
She's a negrita.
Yeah, she's
and she speaks Spanish. She's
really?
female. Yeah, she's cool.
Where's she from?
She's originally from White Plains, New York. and then she moved to Long Beach.
Where'd she pick up the Spanish at?
From the Longos.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, she knew some guys from there and some girls, and she just picked it up and stuff.
You guys had your first baby when?
Huh?
The
first baby.
Yeah,
the first baby. The baby.
baby.
You see, and I got to start adding and subtracting. It was before 2000, so 1998. So we had our first child.
How long was your run with the cruise and all that, and you were partying? Were you doing drugs pretty heavily for many years, or were you?
Yeah, bro. That's all it was, and it's like I was, and to be honest and be open, it's just after a while I was just using them to get loaded, and they was just using me to spend money. It just Now I'm not being stupid or being a dick about it. It's just that's the facts. I was stuck, and. But I mean, I got love for them, and now we see each other, and it's a whole different thing. But everybody was on their own. After a while, it was no commitment. After a while, the only commitment was what can I get, what can I do, how high can I get, and that's how it goes. That's the drug game, That's what was going on and stuff.
So what was the turning point in that?
Well, I've always had run-ins. I've always had. I've always had mistakes. I've always given up on myself, or self-sabotage myself, and get out of my character and go back and do something stupid and stuff like. I've been clean a year now, but I slipped up one other time in Georgia, because I'm living out there now and stuff, and I was just being a chump. Being a chump, like, I wonder what the dope's like over here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I wonder who I could connect with. And so, and that's how stupid you can, that's how, I'm an intelligent, stubborn idiot, if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
I can, as long as I keep myself in check, I'm great. But if I don't, it's just like anybody else, you know what I'm saying? And that's the truth. And that's the truth. And and I'm okay with that,
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. And I laugh about it because that way I don't do damage to myself,
Yeah, exactly.
Got to use it as comedy because it's true. I mean, come on, dog. You made mistakes. You did some dumb shit. But so I'm always learning and trying to work at being better. You know what I'm saying? So I've been clean a year, and just the turning point was it's just I got to keep working. I got to stay healthy. Yep. And I had an OD. You know what I'm saying? That last time I think was an OD. Right?
I'm sure it was. If you think it was an OD, I'm sure it was.
I'm sure it was. I swallowed the whole $200 of it worth. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it probably was an OD. And then
somebody found you, or
no, my wife was right there.
Oh, shit.
Because I couldn't. She was right there because I was like, I'm not gonna kick. When we're gonna kick it in DeKalb County, in Gwinnett County, and over there, I didn't know where. So I got it, and I did something. I took off in the car, and I go, okay, I'm be straight. I'll get to the pad, and I'll just be feeding man. And as soon as I walked in the house, she's like,
that was it, huh?
She was like, hey, what's it? And I'm like, what? What's going on? What happened? Let me go to the bathroom real quick. Gulp. And it was just like, stupid. And I was willing to kill myself, I was willing to kill myself not willing, but basically.
Yeah.
Now, for people who don't kind of grasp it, can you kind of explain to us what is it about? Is it a craving you get? Is it something that you can go a while without and all of a sudden you just want it? Or because some people say, dude, you got a great family, you got a great life.
I guess you can. I mean, it's like anything, bro. It's like anything. It's like the best thing I can say for people to understand, kind of understand, is like cookies. You have one cookie, right? You have two cookies. Cookies are bomb, right? Next thing you know, you ate the whole pack of cookies. You're like, damn, I ate the whole pack of cookies. And it's bad, but imagine doing dope. And you can't stop.
Yeah.
And it's like you can't stop, doc. It's just it's a bad you want to run. You want to run. So anybody who understands that, and it's the temptation. You really gotta you're already fighting the world, and you gotta fight your own mind. You gotta be able to be willing to listen to people, know that you're powerless. And be okay with that, bro. And tell on yourself. You got to tell on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Even coming down here this week, I was like, man, I don't need to make calls to people that I don't need to talk to.
Of course not.
I don't need to say what's up to homeboy because I'm only saying what's up to him to see if he has clavo.
Yeah.
Right? Or kind of like sneaking this, so I don't know, it's
just for the weekend.
Yeah. Who got
It ain't gonna hurt.
Yeah. And then next thing you know, I'm not
going home and
oh no, I won't make it to the set.
Yeah.
but you know, anything can happen, dog.
Yeah, for sure.
Anything can happen, bro. So it's, you know, it's just something I got to deal with.
So what do you do to get into character?
What I do
when you're on the set on all your different projects?
Well, why don't we get into how the heck did he get into starting movies?
Yeah. I'm trying to jump in. Yeah. Actually, I'm trying to get onto the Mayans. So
I'm
trying to jump to the end of the show.
You know? He's trying to take your spot.
Yeah.
He's a sneaky guy.
You can have it, dog. You know, I don't compete with people.
No,
you
yeah.
know
How did you get into acting?
I got into acting after I finally gave up music. You know what I'm saying? Because it was more partying than music. You know, going to the studio and lying and all this stuff.
Rock and roll, huh? That's
yeah, it was.
About.
It really was. So about a year, I was clean, and I was like, man, I still want to entertain. I want to do something, right? So the homeboys from Techniques Car Club, Ball Park, they was rappers, right? They had Hard Heads Click, and they was on the Mayans. Sons of Anarchy.
Okay.
And they had their Lolos on there and stuff. So I was like, hey, dog, get me on there, right? And at the same time, I was talking to Emilio. I finally got the nerve to hit him up on Messenger, ask him a question. He was like, oh, yeah, do this, do that.
Yeah.
I was like, do this, do that. He goes, yeah, do this, do that.
Emilio, I'm going to hit you up on Messenger.
Yeah. He'll answer. He'll answer, and you just got to do the footwork, you know? And he said, you know, just you're already there. Just don't quit, you know? Just take these steps and, you know, be visible, like stand out, you know, go to a community college where there's no Chicanos. I was like,
yeah, be at a community
weird,
college.
you know what I'm saying? Like, so I had to figure that one out. But I found I was in Ontario at the time, and I found a studio there. So I was working at that studio for a little bit, and then I kept saying, you know what, I want to go to LA because I know the studios, you know, it's like you want to go and you want to compete, you got to go where the big boys are at, right? So I said I got to go to LA, and I knew Sonny Ayon, and my homeboy Mario Roscoe, who's an actor, and then so I got in touch with Sonny, and I was telling Sonny, man, you know, I know you go to Anthony Gilardi's studio, let me get in there, and he goes, let me talk to Anthony, and then little by little, I finally got there, and I started studying there. I had already booked a couple of things at the Ontario one, but that didn't work out. It just, you know, I needed to move on, and so then I went to Anthony's, and I just kept booking steady. You know, at first no money, some bookings with money, you know, some small co-stars. Then I, you know, started going more and more. As the years go, they get a little better and better, and they started getting better. And just actually, I booked my first guest star, top of the I forgot what, TOS, top of the shoot or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's like the credits roll and they're gonna see my name.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's cool, man. It's taking a little bit of time. I was clean at the time. I was doing that. I had 9 years.
Oh shit.
And then I slipped. I don't remember why I slipped, but I slipped again, and I went back out, and things got a little hard again. I was forgetting lines, and you know, it's like having a hangover trying to work, and you're just like you're missing your marks, and it's just like. You know what I'm saying? And it takes a long time to reel it back in, you know, because you're still, once you get that monkey on your back, it's hard. It's hard. It takes a minute, you know. I mean, I would like for it to get off, but you know, you get your, I don't know what's the word. You just want to get it. You just want to do it, and it's just, you know, you're just giving yourself hell. Yeah, you're just giving yourself hell. But with all that being said, you know, we're struggling in California with just trying to pay rent. And
it's expensive out here.
Yeah, it's crazy. We were living in Chino Hills at that time, and we was trying to pay rent, and I was working a job. And as a day player, it's hard, right? You know, background's hard too, but day player, it's like...
What's the difference between day player and background?
Well, day player, you have lines. Okay. Background is more like, you know, you kind of like, you know... Yeah.
That's what he wants right now.
Yeah, man.
Just get my foot in the door. You
know?
Yeah.
Hey,
even if you know any porn.
Hey.
You do any kind of. Motorcycle
There's a
porn.
limit now. Yeah. I will not.
How much are they paying? How much are they paying?
Yeah. Let me think about this. Yeah. Can I get back to you? Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, it's cool.
After show?
Yeah. I got you. That's so funny. So that
No, it's not.
what was the question? So day player. So background, you just background. You know, you do what you do what you pantomime or you do whatever they ask you to do during the scene. You know, to make it real. Day player, you got lines. It could be anywhere from a couple of lines to guest star a bunch of lines. Get a bunch of lines or like a series like a recurring guest star. Right. You know, so but it's hard. You know, so it's like you'll be on set for a day, 2 days, and that's it. You know, but at the time it's like you took day off. Yeah. Right. You don't get paid from the set from the show for 2, 3, 4 weeks. Right. Yeah. So. You know, and if you have habits or gas or because we're driving,
any funds,
we're driving here and there, going to auditions. You know, at the time it was before COVID, so we were going to audition, coming back, taking 3 hours to come back, stuff like that. And it's just and then things happen in the house or things happen with the car, and it's just like. Yeah, life. You got no money. Yeah, it's just you're just trying to stick it out, man, and that's the thing. You're trying to get a recurring role. And you're stressing, because you're like, well, why not me? And it's just like, God, it's gonna come when it comes, and you always have to have that talk with yourself, and you got to find someone you can talk to and be like, bro, what's going on? Hey, don't worry, bro, it's coming. Yeah, you got to all right, therapy, cool. And, you gotta do it all the time, bro. It's like it's bananas, bro. It's bananas, but you wanna land the role. It's selfish. It's whatever you want to call it. You want to be successful, right? You want to do something. I don't want to work at this place, and you gotta bust through all those doors, and you gotta stay grounded.
Which was your first speaking role that you remember?
First speaking role? The first speaking role I ever had was in 2006. That was I did it with Emily Rios. She's gotten big.
What show?
It was a short film.
Okay.
With Eric Nazarian. I think I said his name right. And I forgot the name of the movie. I think it was called Blue Sky or something like that. And I played her stepdad. And I said just a quick couple lines, and I was with my homeboy Cisco was there, and we just did the scene. Yeah. But I wasn't thinking nothing much about acting at the time. And what happened? I lost my thought.
Your first speaking role. Line.
Right. So then I did that. I still lost it. That's what happened. Line. Yeah. So that was the first one, right? Yeah. So that was.
Hey, do they really do that? By the way,
I did it a couple times. I do it. Hey, yeah. I mean, people mess up all the time. Some people are on it, but you have your days where you mess up.
Of course, we're all humans.
Correct. Line, and then be like,
just spit it out to you.
Yeah, spit it out to you. Don't do that. Do that again, and keep it safe. All right, got it. Don't do what? Line, and do it again, and I'll tell you to run it again. It's cool.
Now, I'm sure you sat there after and put it on TV and watched it and wait till you speak.
Yeah.
You're like, ah!
Yeah. Heck yeah.
I would.
Heck yeah, bro. Yeah, of course, you know what I'm saying? Watching the replays of that. Yeah. It's dope, man. Especially when I watched Kilroy, I was like, wow, I could watch myself the whole time.
Yeah. Are you a critic of yourself? Like, I should have did this better. I should have did that. Or maybe I shouldn't have did this.
Nah, sometimes, not really.
No,
not really.
We were talking behind me. He's a natural, dude.
Yeah.
Really, you are a natural actor.
Thanks,
There's nothing forced about it. Whether it's the Kilroy movie, the one I really liked was also when you were on the Shameless. Mm-hmm. How was it going from like a small independent movie to working on Shameless? How much bigger is the production?
Well, it's huge. The coupling is night and day. But the work is still the same, because you want to give the same amount of effort in that little camera as you do in those big cameras. That's right. So. And
it's not so little either.
It's just, not so little.
It's a grower, not
That's
a shower.
That's what she said. Yeah.
It does the same, right?
Watching me work.
Yeah. It's the wave of the camera, Come on.
Check me out.
So how is that? That's a big production when you.
It's big, and it can be overwhelming. It can. You have to be prepared. You have to be clear, and even sometimes when you are, but. Sometimes it just doesn't. It just happens. There's hiccups. Yeah. But as long as you stay focused and you know what your job you have to do, and you already got it down, you'll be straight. And just be honest and open. Be real with what you're doing and stuff. And that's it, man. It's like and it's great when that happens. It's sometimes it's surreal. It's like you're living in a world. They tell you about not taking it home with you when you're done. You know, sometimes you get deep in.
Yeah.
I was getting deep with Kilroy. Yeah,
Did you ever get to meet
Brother
him?
Roy. Yeah, I met Brother Roy.
Oh, you met him? I heard he never got to see the show.
No, he never got to see it.
Yeah, I'm sorry, the movie.
No, it's cool. He never got to see it, man. He was a good dude, man. He had, you know, he was an old schooler.
Yeah.
And he was a smart guy.
So how'd you get that role?
Oh, well, it's an independent movie, and you know, it was a chance for me to be a part of something where I could actually show myself, you know. And so they didn't have a lot of people to choose from.
Yeah.
Because it was such a small production. So I got the chance.
Okay.
I auditioned with a couple other people and I got it.
Yeah.
It also didn't hurt that you looked just like the guy.
Yeah.
At a certain time of his life.
Right. You know.
So when you met Kilroy, did you feed off of him to try to get his so you can act like him? Or,
I tried. I couldn't get his voice down. I liked his voice, you know, because he had that raspy, like, you know, and he talked and stuff, and it was cool. But I just did the best I could. I took whatever he had, and I just used what I knew from what I've been around, and I just bridged the gap. And you know, it's like, you know, it's just the focus you have to have, because he was focused when he was doing what he was doing, and then when he was serving God, you know, he was a clown too, you know. He was funny. He was always telling the truth. You know, the old schoolers, they always get that kind of comedy and stuff. He was a good dude. And we always talked. We would talk about life. We talk about family. He'd pray for me and stuff like that. He's a good dude, man.
Did you ever have any concerns doing the movie? Like,
yeah, of course I had concerns, but I gave it to God, you know, because I was like, okay, we're not twisting anything. We're not saying somebody's getting raped or something that's out of, you know, to
context.
make the movie look bigger or make it like more suspenseful or whatever. And it was just about him and what he went through and what, you know, came out of it in the victory and being reborn again, you know, being redeemed. Redemption. By the blood of the Lamb, and that was what I liked about it. And I just said, man, I just hope that the other guys can understand what the story's about. And I know I took a big leap. I mean, maybe not. Yeah. They probably like, man, whatever, kid, you know. But at the same time, I like, what's a big deal? Because you know the organization. It's an organization, you know what I'm saying? And you don't want to step on toes and stuff. But I'm also an artist, and I was like, man, I really want to take a chance. I really hope that they can understand. Yeah. And I really hope that they can see me and be like, yeah, we get it. You know what I'm saying?
So I got a question. I got this poster from Joe.
You did?
Yeah.
Bastard.
Is your signature on there? I know there's a few of them.
Did he sell it?
No, he didn't actually.
Didn't?
No. He's supposed to get his cut for 20,
I'm gonna call that.
Sorry,
fool.
Joe. I should have said $45.
Hey, cash at me now. Said he no.
So I see a lot of signatures on it, but it's yours on there because I can't read any of it. The only one I could read is Joe's.
Okay, well, if you can figure out which one's mine.
Well, okay. I'm going to say it's that one.
All right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
There you go.
Yeah, because I know Joe's. Steve I've met. I don't know. And then
that's, who is it? Oh, that's Brian. That's the Huda. No, he's Peg Leg. That's Peg Leg.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he played Peg Leg more.
Yeah. How long did it take you guys to start the movie and finish? It took a little while, no?
It took a little while because it was independent. So we shot on the weekends, and you know we had to find locations, and sometimes
I paid to see it. I didn't go bootleg. I paid to see it.
That's cool, man. It's a good B movie. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, it's like you know you could put it up against any of them. It's like no.
The movie, the storyline was good. It just. Like anything else, if it had more funding for it,
of course,
that's what it would be.
It would have been great.
That's all it would have been.
It would have been great. And you know, and for the people that comment and be like, "It was crap," and it's like, all right.
No, the acting was cool. It was your acting was on point. The guy who played your son was on point. There was a lot of stuff. It's just like anything else. Yeah. If you don't got the funding for it, you know, it's not gonna be up against American Me or.
But that doesn't mean don't try. That doesn't mean because there's a bunch of people that you know.
Support it.
Howard was the millionaire who bankrupted himself like 7 times. He built planes or something like bankruptcy 7 times or something like that. He never gave up. You know, you can't give up. You can't be like, oh, your show's terrible. Oh, you know what? Wrap it up. I'm done. Right. It's like you can't do that. You'd be like, all right, Doc, whatever. You know, that's cool.
You gotta keep taking your shots until you hit it.
Yeah. And even then, you know, but you got to keep doing, you got to keep pushing because there's people that do listen and people that do like it. And they're not going to like everything you do, but you just got to keep pushing, knowing you got to do the best you can, whatever you're doing, you know?
Yeah.
And like, we're talking about, like, when you get up there, you start, you have a voice. I would like to have a voice. I never cared to have a voice.
Yeah.
I never voted.
Oh,
Why?
You got to vote.
Right. Why?
Yeah.
Right. What's it matter? What's it matter? That's always like that. What's it matter for? Like, they're gonna elect whoever they want. It doesn't matter. Oh, that's just terrible.
It's terrible.
You know,
I
know I'm a bastard.
You guys that vote here.
You got to vote. Fool. You got to vote.
Today I'm going to the strip club and I will vote.
So how
That's it.
Which was the most exciting phone call you've gotten so far that you say, hey, you got this part, or you're going to be on this show?
Oh.
That you can talk about. There's got to be one that you got to be.
No,
like,
I'm trying to think.
Every single one, you're like, you tell your wife, they called me.
Dude, I think the first one was when I did Girl on Edge with Jay Silverman. It was me and some other dude, and we came back. We did the callback. Shane Allen Graham was there, right? He's done some Ride and some stuff with Ludacris, and he done My Son on AME or something like that, or Turner Vision. He's on Momentum with me, and they called me. I was living in Ontario, and they called me and said, "You got it." And I was like, and it was a supporting role. It was independent movie, but it was well done, right? Because Silverman's right on Cahuenga. Yes. You seen it? It's right there. Yeah. So it's like, So I was like, "Hey, I got it."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Nah, I'm tapped. Now I can go union." And it was like, I felt good, man. I felt good. It was one time I had went out for what's the movie? Snowfall.
Okay.
And I walked up the stairs, and I walked in the room, and John Singleton was there, and I shit my pants. I was like, hell nah.
Starstruck, huh?
Yeah, starstruck, dog. And I was just like, oh man, this is bad. And then sometimes things fit, sometimes things don't. The character called for a Mexican wrestler, and I'm Mexican, first generation Mexican here. Yeah. I don't have the accent. Yeah. But I have a look, right? And it kind of goes. The guy on Snowfall, though, he has long, gangly hair, right? Kind of looks like you with the gangly hair. Yeah, right. So. But I didn't have the accent, so it's like, he's like, "You're not from here, huh? Where you from?" I'm from Jersey, originally. And then so I didn't get the part, of course, but it just was, sometimes that happens too, sometimes parts don't fit, and you got to be okay with it, Sometimes like, what, they want a 30-year-old? I'm 50. Sometimes I still get 30-year-old roles. I'm like, I'm 50. Yeah. Well, you look like you're almost 39. It's cool. Go ahead. I was like, all right, fine. You bust ass, you break it down, you do it. You make a good self-tape. You send it. Yeah, you wrestle it, right?
Rey Mysterio.
It could have been Nacho Libre.
Yeah, exactly, man. Hey, come on. I got a little bit of flat abs. No. So then, so you bust your ass, you do a good self-tape, and then nothing. You get no call, nothing. And it's just like, am I good?
So you actually do like tapes and you send them in?
Well, at the time, before COVID, we was auditioning. So you had to be either off book. And then I had the little problem where I couldn't see anymore. I need glasses. I just got laser eye surgery. So now I just walk in there like, I'm ready. Take the glasses off. I don't need glasses, right? So, because sometimes you'll read it off book. I mean, not off book. You'll read it on paper and then be like, that was good. Could you take the glasses off? I'm like, I can, but then I can't see the lines.
Yeah, that's a big.
So that's, it's just age and stuff like that. But so that was always tough. But that we auditioned in the rooms, and now it's self tapes, and then it's Zoom callbacks, right? So you're having Zoom callbacks, and sometimes they can't hear you, so your mic's not working or something. And you're just like,
we know about that.
Yeah, you're so.
Thanks, Chris.
We know the mic problems. Don't worry. We know about the mic.
The whole show, right?
Yeah.
What's going on? I can't hear nothing. Chris is like, I gotta go home. Chris, I gotta go do something. Wife's calling me.
Blame the black man. Blame the black man.
I'm Puerto Rican.
It's always a glitch somewhere.
Yeah. Right? So it's like, and you gotta like I said again, you gotta run through those things. It happens, It's like, why not you? Happens to me, why not you? And you gotta have those crazy all right, it happened to me. It happens, and you got to get over it, you know. So, but yeah, so that was the big thing.
The other day.
Now you're gonna ask him about how he got into the Mayans. Yeah, he jumped all the way into that first.
How'd you get on the Mayans? I'm trying to get there.
There you go.
I tried out audition the first time with Wendy O'Brien, and I didn't get it. And Wendy O'Brien is one of the casting for Mayans, and I got another chance, the second season, for president.
Yeah.
And I went in there, and the first time I went in there looking a little older. You know, I had like the beard was a little bit lower.
Yeah.
I let the hair grow a little bit here. I thought maybe they wanted an older cat. She looked at me. She goes, "You got old on me." And I was like, "I'll shave right now."
They ain't shy, are they? They're not shy.
And, yeah, so I did a good little scene, but you know, I guess you know, my choice. Sometimes your choices ain't the best choice. I remember I did what's that show? That show that's out here in San Fernando Valley. They call it with Emilio plays the.
Oh yeah, the
On the Block.
On the block.
I went out for the dad, right? I went out for the dad, right? So I was like, I'm gonna be Spooky's dad. I know I'm gonna be Spooky's dad, right? I'm gonna be Spooky's dad, right? So I had the first audition good, second audition, right? So I did it, and I did something. I made a choice, and it wasn't the right choice.
Yeah.
I knew that it was the choice that I thought it was because when I saw the guy play it, he played it exactly like I thought. I knew he should have. And he took it as he's bowing down, not bowing down to his son, but it was more like his son is telling him what the deal is now, and he's kind of like taking it like, damn, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's not taking it like, what? I was more like, you know, taking it like, I'm not gonna let these little punk me, you know?
Yeah.
And instead of taking it like, hey, what are you doing here, old man? What you gonna do? You gonna fight me? And you're kind of like, dang, dog. Like you kind of feel like, damn, these fools disrespectful, you know?
Yeah.
Kind of feeling like, you know, and I didn't do that. But it happens, you know? Sometimes you make the choices and sometimes you don't. So.
Yeah, that would have been a good fit for you, too.
Yeah.
I know it would have.
That would have been a good fit for you.
I'm actually suing. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna be on the block right now. This is the last season. But yeah, no, but the guy's a good actor, you know, and there was a lot of other actors that were there that I knew from past movies. I was like, oh man, I'm going up against them. And sometimes you go up against some cats, you're like, dang, going up against these cats, that's dope.
Right.
And sometimes it's intimidating, especially like an audition room. It's tough. You gotta be on beast, bro. You gotta be like, man, fuck everybody. You know, like I don't care if he's here, I don't care if he's here. I'm locked in. Fuck you. Don't talk to me till after.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you gotta kind of be like that, you know? Because if not, it you don't know what they're thinking. And you're like, hey, bro, what's up? How you been? And next thing you know, they're talking to you like, shut up, fool, get away from me.
It's like a boxing fight. If we don't want to be friends till after the fight.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like that. Like, oh, you're sparring with food. I don't want to spar my homeboy. He's my homeboy. I don't want to spar with him and hurt him, dog. You know, but you like, well, he's gonna hurt you, so he's gonna win and you're not. So what you know, you gotta go.
What's the most amount of guys that you've been into a room that you go to an audition for?
Oh, well, sometimes it's a bunch.
Of
you
guys,
can get, you may 5, 10.
Yeah.
You know, and then it depends.
That's just that thing. Who knows how many guys come in before you?
Yeah, exactly. You'll look on the list. You'll look, you write your name. You're like, damn, he's here. Damn, he's here. Flip the page. God damn, he was here. Yeah. You'll get them. Oh, sometimes you're like, no one's there. You'll be the first one on the list, and then it's like you already know, like the list went.
Yeah.
Be a guy in the head.
How's it working on the Mayans show?
It's dope.
Cool?
Everybody's cool. Everybody knows each other from some way, somewhere. So and if you don't, he knows him. He's connected with you, so you guys are cool. And it's a family affair. Definitely a family affair. They take care of each other. They lift each other up. You know, it's definitely. I don't see any negative. It's all positive for the times that I've been there.
Yeah.
And what I hear, you know what I'm saying? Just the bonding is has to be there because it's a family unit. You know, the Mayans is it's a clique with a lot of stuff going on now with the last season with the the background of what happened to Coco and what happened to everybody, and they're like going through these rifts, and it's tough, you know, and it's just like able to leave it at home, get done and leave it, because they're off camera, they're great with each other, but on camera they gotta put it into effect. It's pretty dope. It's real dope, man.
Okay, so
kind of what Biden does right now.
Hey, so what's gonna happen to that season, man?
I know, right?
Give us the scoop.
Well,
the scoop, man.
Well, you see.
Yeah.
No, you know what? That's a
Coco Jones and Muggs Tie in Basehead Studio.
Oh yeah. Choice Basehead Studio.
Yeah, he goes to Basehead Studios, becomes MC Coco.
Yeah, Coco fucking up. He getting too high. He's stealing the kilos and everything.
Yeah, bro, kicking it with the he didn't care, kicking it with the little white bottles, right? He's like, I'm gonna go over here. They put this got dope. See how it works? Like, I don't even like them fools, but I'm gonna go.
I want them they have to sit around and laugh at their shit sometimes when they're watching their show like that. Like, they have Coco get high.
I tell you, man, Rich gets, and Rich gets deep, dog.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, he's elevating himself in a lot of ways in the industry, and
That's
you know,
great.
there's no limit to what he's gonna do. You're gonna see a lot of him in the near future, whether in front or behind the camera. I'd let you know right now. That brother's he's a workhorse, dog. He don't play. He lost weight for that show, and I wasn't talking to him, but I was hearing through the grapevine. I mean, the brother was doing.
Yeah.
You know, he takes it serious. He doesn't play. I remember when he was telling me a story about him going at it with Mel Gibson, and Mel did something, and he was like, "Come on," and he was like, you know, because he's taught.
Yeah.
He knows.
Yeah.
Right.
So he's like, "Bring it, fool. I ain't tripping," you know. And I was like, "Look at this fool. That's dope." You know, he was telling the story. He's proud of it. He's a good dude, man.
No, the cool thing is you're part of a historic show because that's like after the Sons of Anarchy, the Mayans came out. That's all raza, and it actually it's propelling raza into bigger and better things like him going out doing his thing, doing his coffee things, and these other guys are actors now that we didn't know before the Mayans, so they're getting other leads. So it's putting us out there more in the industry because I preach it all the time, man. We're 18% of the population. We only get like 2% of the roles that are speaking, 4% of the roles that speak. We don't get the equality. Is that anything you guys ever speak about, or you guys are just too busy working, not trying to make any waves?
I'm not in those circles. I know with the other homeboys, like the supporting role guys, you know what I'm saying? I'm not always with the zone, the first team, right? I've heard, you know, I know they're trying to elevate and make this a bigger thing, you know, for Mexican, for Latinos in general. But sometimes we speak, you know, sometimes it's like, yeah, we want the best for us, you know, we want the best for us, but we just don't have the time, bro. It's exhausting, you know what I'm saying? Putting yourself out there and really pushing and being a leader in something, it takes away from a lot of things.
Of course.
And I would love for us to elevate, like there's like now with Isai Morales, he's signing a petition to mandate non-vaccines for SAG, you know. Okay. And that's big, you know, it's big because, I mean, it's a choice, you know, it's a choice, and I'm not putting it out there to say that I'm not that I'm against people getting a vaccine, or I'm against I don't believe in COVID. I believe that man did slip up and put something out there to harm us. Yeah. And they're fear-mongering us to make us do what they want us to do. And it's been like that. You can look at a lot of things in life and see how 9 million people die of hunger every year, but we're tripping off people dying of small amounts. I'm not going to say I'm not trying to soften it up, but let's look at it. Hunger, something that you guys ain't giving them, and then you guys something you guys put into the game, and people are getting affected.
Oh yeah, and now affected by it. I mean, my arms. I mean, there's a shot, both of them. I mean, I got the first shot in one arm. Waited the 2 weeks, and when I went back, I was like, "No, this arm's kind of sore. Just hit this arm, you know. I can't take the pain in it." So I hit this arm, both my arms. I mean, I've gotten into more shots with cortisone shots. Right. So it's like taking 2 shots. Now I'm taking 3 on each arm every 3 months.
And before that, let me ask you: before the shots, did you have to take any shots for anything?
No, not for nothing. I mean, and it's just now my arms. I mean, I'm losing my muscle mass. I mean, and
what are they going to say? What are they going to say about that?
You can't sue them.
They're going to say, "Oh well, exactly." No, that's my point. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we put a lot of belief and trust in people that are supposed to help us. Yeah. And they always fall short, bro. Mm-hmm. They always fall short. And what are we supposed to do? Right? What are we supposed to do? How are we supposed to overcome this, right? Because now we're against each other. Oh, you got the vaccine?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't?
No. It's
I can't. You know,
I can't hang out with
Jennifer
you or-
Aniston just kicked everybody to the curb.
I heard it's something like that.
That's not
Vaccinated?
vaccinated. And I'm like, damn, I'm a good dude. I don't have
Yeah.
nothing. Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, fine. If that's what you think, and you have to be courteous. I wear the mask because I don't want to be fighting with everybody. Shut up, you don't know what you're talking about. Imagine every day like that. So I just go, all right, I'll put it halfway, have the penis out like that.
Have the penis.
And my wife tells me, get the penis out, put it up. But it's like, it's like my daughter be like, put it on, Dad, just put it on. I'm like, all right, I'll put it on. But in Georgia where I stay, they ain't true. I mean, some places, but like out here, it's
major over here.
It's major. But over there in Florida, they're like masks, and it's like, and it's just like, man, I just wish people could be. I understand what you guys are saying. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what we're saying?
Yeah.
You understand that I don't want to put nothing in my body. I never had to in my life.
Exactly.
And now I have to, and it's a rush to do it. Why?
Yeah.
I don't. And then, I'll probably catch hell for this. And I'll never see another show again.
I just did a video to it, so it doesn't matter. Again, if he has it, my wife has it, all my family has it. I'm the last one in my family still holding out because it's rushed. It really is. It's something that hasn't really been checked or anything. This guy's arms are screwed up. There's a lot of people, but you won't put that in the list. They won't put any of the bad stuff on the list. So, I mean, we'll find out in the next few years. But as many people as they're saying that if you didn't really watch the news, you wouldn't really know all these people are croaking, all this. And the people that did pass away, I get it. It sucks, bro. It sucks. But as people wait till somebody, it's like we should stop driving cars because people driving crash every day and die. Yeah. We should stop doing planes because people are driving. We should stop selling guns because people. No, we gotta. If we lock this thing down, the whole economy's gonna crash, man. Even worse than what's going on.
No, and that's exactly what's going on. It's like everything's based on something else. Our freedom is at stake. People like, freedom. What are you talking about? What do you mean what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about. Everything is we're getting painted in a corner. Don't you see that?
Yeah, little by little. They're just
we
nipping
need
at us
just
little
take
by
the
little.
shot and we'll be better.
Yeah.
We're not going to be better. It's not going to change. They're going to elevate it to something else. I think the Lambda. I heard there's a Lambda.
There's a new one
in
that
Peru.
came out yesterday.
The Lambda from Revenge of the Nerds.
Nerds.
It got sweaters.
It got Burger.
Yeah, it got Ogre and Booger. They're taking everybody down over there. Coño, el Ogre. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the Lambda's over here. They got the Delta airline one over here. They got the other strand over here, and they got the Fruit Loop one coming. It's just. How did they know that? Like, I mean, how all of a sudden, how did you guys name it? Like, what's going?
It's science.
Because it's science.
Science.
Don't you believe science?
Yeah.
I do believe science a lot, but I think these guys, listen, I think where they made their big mistake is this. I think they thought that it was going to be very effective, and that's why they opened everything up and they sold it 94%. It's going to be effective, 95%, 90%. It's going to be effective. It's going to be effective. And then once everything opened up, they figured out, hey, shit, this shit is not as effective as we thought it was. Okay, so now we got to spin it. Now we have to say, no, it's so it reduces the symptoms. And it wasn't that. You sold it as effective. The majority of America went out there and raved, went to Vegas, went to concerts, and they started getting sick. If that was the case, they should have said, take your vaccine, but we're going to stay on a lockdown still because we don't know if this is as effective. And it wasn't as effective.
Right.
So how can we trust those guys?
Right. And then, they say SARS. I forgot what year it was, but they had a vaccine for SARS. And it was a vaccine, and 53 people died. And they stopped it because they said it's too much.
Yeah.
So what's the problem now?
Yeah.
There's over 3,000 or more, 30 people a day that die of COVID, 8,000 that are in the hospital for COVID-related vaccine injury or whatever, and heart problems, like 1,000 and they don't talk about that. They don't say nothing about that. They just say, what about the deaths? Yeah. Biden said 350 million people died of COVID, and there's 330 million in the USA.
All right. Don't get blacklisted on my show. All right, so let me ask you this. American Me or Blood In, Blood Out?
Blood In, Blood Out.
Yeah, Blood In, Blood Out.
Blood In, Blood Out was feed, man.
No, well, because they had more of the roles, Give me some choncho, and I want his pork chop. They got more one-liners on Blood In, Blood Out, dude. It was fucking comedy. I think that's why.
Sorry, no tortillas.
Yeah.
Dirtbag. fucking Big Al, Nasty Al.
You gotta be over here with me. Bueno, bueno.
Yeah.
I love that, dog.
I agree, dude. I get a much better laugh out of
I like. Don't get me wrong. I love American Me. I saw it like a month or so ago. It's a great movie, but just Blood In, Blood Out with Gallo Negro, and you know, it goes
more of the street life.
Yeah, bro. It was
Popeye stole
dope.
the show. Dude.
Yeah. Oh,
Popeye stole the show on Blood In, Blood Out. He did,
man. He's a great actor.
The bad part about American Me, I think, almost went in there. Well, he says he went in there trying to do like an anti-gang movie, and if anything, that thing pumped up more. It was almost like a Colors movie. It pumped people up so much they thought, I'm going to the Pinta. I'm going to be fucking James Olmos. Yeah, so we Blood In, Blood Out?
Yeah.
I say Blood In, Blood Out.
All right, I agree.
My all-time favorite gang movie is Colors. So.
Colors is dope.
Yeah, that was more of the street life.
Yeah, Colors is good, but I'm also a Boulevard Nights type guy.
Okay.
I liked it because it was from the cops' point of view, right? It was kind of, and I liked what's his name? Frog, Little Frog. What's his name?
Yeah.
I liked him, Frog 21st. I like that.
Holmes.
Yeah, fucked up.
Got into the barrio.
When he's dancing, bro.
I loved it, dog.
It was classic.
I love
It was classic.
Yeah. And what about Hey Pac-Man?
Oh, I'm a homegirl, Pac-Man. I'm a home. She's over there boning down
too,
Looney Tunes.
man.
She's
Yeah.
boning down Looney Tunes. I'm a homegirl, Pac-Man. Look at me.
He's like, oh God. Oh my God.
And she got Looney
So
Tunes,
funny.
homie.
Looney just smashed.
Looney just
smashed. Like, what's up, Pac-Man Holmes? Hey, your highness in there. He's like, I'm arresting all you vatos now. So yeah.
And then they
it's
showed
just-
the Old County Jail too.
I never been in there, thank God.
No,
I was in the Twin Towers
Yeah.
for like a day.
How did that go for you?
I was trying to get out
You
there.
didn't like it?
Damn,
What do you mean?
nah.
You with the business, homie. You in the county.
Yeah.
You with the mix. What do you?
I was
you
in the
didn't like
mix.
it?
I was like, all right, dog. I was like a
time to go?
fish in water, dog. I was like, hey, good night, dog. The homie was like, good night, Holmes.
Ramirez, you're going
Yeah,
home.
I was like, hey, I'm out of here. I was like, wow, I was getting strides then, dog.
Waiting for that lucky
Every time all the
70.
homeboys left the pot, I was like, get out of here, please.
Hey, but
goddamn.
you were one of the smart
I just
guys.
didn't want to be there, dog.
It took many people while. I didn't give a shit for many years. I thought, that's
Sure.
you're busted, you're doing your thing. I'm
your
going back to
time,
YA.
yeah.
And I'm sure you especially, you had a lot of homies that were glamorizing that prison life, glamorizing the county life. Everybody thought it was the place to be, especially back in those days, right?
Yeah. I had a window. I told myself, I got to a point I felt it. I was like, I'll do all day. It'll be that thing. It's coming.
Yeah.
And then I started seeing just the, how like, I don't know, just like, hey, we don't do that. But then they do that. Or, then the politics, just in the street level, where it was like, nah. And then they're doing that. You're like, what's going on? So imagine you get locked up.
Yeah.
And now you can't walk away.
Yeah.
You got to deal with it. Right? I mean, I heard, and I don't want to bring him up, but the guy who defected, boxer.
Right.
I heard an interview. He said within the 1 year that he was in there, he's like he knew he was going to rap.
Yeah.
It's something that's, I mean.
Yeah, but nowadays, snitching and ratting, it's a norm world, man. Look, we were talking about that earlier. Who's got a podcast now, a big one? Sammy the Bull Gravano. He's probably the most famous snitch. Well, other than 6ix9ine. The young guys won't know Sammy the Bull.
Right, but Sammy was like, yeah.
Yeah, Sammy was the main first guy who actually snitched. So was, what's his name from Goodfellas? Williams. What's his name?
Henry Hill.
Henry Hill. There you go. I'm sorry. Henry Hill. Before Henry Hill passed away, I think he was living in Arizona. He was working at a bar as a cook, and he was letting everybody know nobody's going to kill him. Back in the days, I think it was to a point where people were scared of retaliation, but nowadays nobody wants to go to jail, and everybody's snitching.
There's video cameras everywhere, man. You're gonna get caught.
Not just video cameras nowadays. 6ix9ine was the one that broke that mold. He sat there and ratted his boys out and. Nothing's happening. Still popular. Still selling. Back in the days, you're not selling. You're done. Your rap career. It would be like somebody from Eazy-E and WA snitching. Their rap career would be done.
Right.
His rap career is still going. So that'll tell you if you're in that life, get the hell out of that life. Go make some money acting. Go make some money.
Yeah, like you said, the gangster life is being a father.
Yes.
Being able to tell your kids right from wrong and not harm them. you know, being able to teach them in the right way. I talk to my kids. Sometimes I raise my voice, but I try not to, because I don't want to put no fear in them. But I tell them the truth. I tell them, look, man, you're gonna keep going down that road. It's gonna be something you're not gonna like. You know, it's gonna be a situation that you're just gonna be, you know, you're gonna be caught up in. There's so many guys who wish that they just had a chance to get out, bro. They had a chance, bro, of any kind of inkling. If they're looking through their paperwork, like, man, can I find something to get me out of here? Yeah. Because that life, dog. Come on, dog. Sopas all day.
It's for the birds,
I don't know. I mean, hey, dog, it is what it is. Homies do their time. They're not, you know, they do it like a man, and more power to them. But, dog, if you can get a chance to get out. Yeah.
And stay out.
You know what I'm saying? Why you think all the homeboys, they tell me the lifers in there don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear nothing about you getting out or nothing like that. You gotta be chill on that, right? From what I hear, they say they don't want to hear that stuff.
Yeah.
Because they imagine how they must feel.
It's horrible.
It's forever, dog.
And knowing 95 to 99% of guys who are in prison are in there, especially with gangbanging, for something they're like, dude, it was for nothing. Mm-hmm. I'm kicking it with the fool right here that I was smoking, or his homie that I was fucking smoking, right? Yeah. We were enemies back in the days. We're sitting here chilling, brother. It's just a hard pill to swallow, especially us as Raza, to sit there and say, damn, dude, this shit was for nothing. Because, no, what do you mean it was for nothing? Because, no, it gangbanging, shooting one another, it's for nothing. That ain't the hustle anymore. The hustle's working, taking care of business, getting a holiday, becoming a boss, becoming a director, becoming a star, becoming a contractor, actually building equity and, you know, building a foundation. All that fighting for the block that you don't own, that's getting gentrified.
Yeah, street sign.
Yeah, that's all that's happening right
now.
That's
it. You see what's going on out there now. I mean, it looks nice, but you can still, it's just not, it's not LA no more. It's just something else. I'm saying it was bad. Right? I remember when I was in bad, I was like, yeah, I like LA because it's bad. You know? Yeah. But now it's like LA, you know, you want it's better, but it's like people have to move out. You know, people have to leave their house. I remember homeboys from CDP that was in Diamond. They had that when they had that school. They built that school. They had their houses right there on the hill, and they had to move out. You know, they gave them some feria and they told them they move out. Chavez Ravine, you know, Dodgers plop right on top of them fools. Like, let's get out of here. We're gonna get you out. You know? You're gone. No one remembers that. No one talks about that. Nope. No one says nothing. Everybody's a Dodger fan. And so it's like,
Staples Center was a couple hoods there too. Extinct, homeboy, just like that overnight.
Gone. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, we got to build to look at Inglewood. Inglewood's. Hey, the place is huge.
It's getting gentrified over there. You can't afford to live in your own places.
Can't afford to live, man. You know, because now the you know, the whites want it back. They left the white flight, and now they back. Like, hey, dog, I want to live in the Watts projects and go to the Dotwaller Beach and come back.
Yeah, right down the street.
Right, we just knock it all down and call it down on something else.
Yeah. Well, what it is like we're saying, they're not scared no more.
The Watts condominiums.
I'll call the police. I'll snitch on you, a punk ass. That's what it is now. Before, now they might kill me. Nowadays, no, ain't nobody gonna try to kill you. I'm gonna snitch on this fool, and some other fool tries to kill me. I'm gonna snitch on him too. That's what they're doing nowadays. So it's kind of a dead thing. Let me switch it up a little bit here. You have beautiful biracial kids.
Thank you. They get it from their mama.
But they do look African American, like for the most part, right? Not a bad thing. But have you had to deal with any kind of racial thing because of them, or like with the BLM, with the whole thing? How's your experience being a father? Has it taught you anything?
I mean, I don't know. There's been times where I got to defend my children for, you know, being in Latino neighborhoods and stuff.
Okay.
I know I had a stepson. He was light skinned, and he used to have to bang it out with the kids in Pico, and in middle school. And then I had an older son. Never told me he used to get beat up by the guys in Pico High, and was it Rivera? No, I forgot the name of the school. I think it was Rivera High School. I'm not sure. I forgot the name. It was one of the major high schools out there.
Pico Rivera?
Yeah, Pico Rivera.
Oh, that's on El Rancho.
El Rancho. And he never told me. He always kept quiet. And it would hurt, you know, because I was like, dang, you know, he could have told me something.
Yeah.
And then, you know, my son has the boxer, the one who boxes.
Yeah.
He was diagnosed with autism, high functioning. And now they're saying that he doesn't have that, but he does still have some type of little click here, you know, little. But he's a good kid, man, and I got it. Sometimes they call them at their names and stuff like that, and I gotta be there for them, you know. I get challenged, so regardless, Black or Mexican, I gotta be there, you know. I gotta be there for them because those are my kids, you know. And they trip out. They go, "That's your dad," you know, because they go, "They look like your mom," you know. They look like the wife, and I'm like, "That's cool," you know. She's female.
How do you teach them both races? Like, how do they know the Mexican race and how do they know the Black race? Like, do you try
culture?
Culture, like both
I mean,
cultures,
my culture. I'm not. I wish I was better. You know, I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm not like, you know, I got like, you know, sun gods and all this stuff in my pad and like, you know, and you know, we're eating. I mean, they know because grandma makes tacos, you know, and grandma tells them about, you know, the past and stuff. And I tell them about, you know, the Chicano culture here and there and stuff. But, you know, I kind of let them go on their own flow, you know. But when they want to come and sit down and talk to me about something, then I give them a little.
And they do the same with your wife?
Yeah. But they're more into like what's hip. And what's hip is, you know, black, everything,
Black
everything,
culture.
Black music, Black everything's, you know, pretty much like that.
Yeah.
But if they want to get with, you know, some feed man, right, type of.
he calls Cholani.
Yeah. Oh man. Golly.
Stay away from that.
I told you, no Cholani. Just onions, peppers.
He teach you the accent and everything. Holy shit.
Come on.
I'm sorry. I had to.
Pensa.
No, but your kids are what they should be. They're just regular American kids, man.
Yeah. They're regular American kids, man. I just let them go as they go, but I teach them along the way what's right and what's wrong, man. The big thing in the house is the N-word, you know.
No N-word, right?
No N-word.
Good.
You know, Dad, you're white. You don't say that word. I go, I know. I don't say that word. You know what I'm saying? And my kids, they don't say the words. Like, they'll be rapping a song. They're like, yeah, my ciggers. Something like that.
Oh, my ninjas.
But but I don't let them, it's cool. You know, I try not to let them talk like that and stuff like that. I mean, but
How
you
was
know.
your wife? How was your wife with the N-word? Because, you know,
My wife's not with it. My
Mexican-
wife doesn't cuss. When she does cuss, because there's a problem.
Yeah,
You know, but
okay.
she's
That's when he
not.
done messed up.
Yeah.
Right. Why you gonna put it on me, huh?
Yeah.
You know,
That's
it
when
was
you walk in the house,
for
you're
a
like,
long
"Do I
time,
have it?"
dog.
You're like-
The long time the cover up was because I was so bad, and my wife, she didn't do anything bad, like cheat on me, I don't think, and stuff like that. But like, I was so bad that no one could ever tell her wrongs. She couldn't get to her. Because that was just, it was all me. So she just chilling like, I love this.
Yeah.
But finally, you know, we be in church, we finally have like a little Bible study to ourselves. And finally it started
It
kind of
started coming
getting to
out.
her. Yeah. So I was like, hey, what I going on that one?
Yeah.
Not me no more.
Hey, like, you and your wife are doing were you guys still doing the podcast or no? I saw.
You know, it's
you
just,
tried to get it
I
off.
tried, man, but you gotta have something to talk about.
Right.
And you know,
Content,
and
that's
that
hard.
content's hard, right? Because and then you second guessing yourself, you know, right? And it's just, and that's me sometimes. I'm just like, you know what, it's not that. And it's not even my wife. She's awesome, but you know, she'll have her hair and she'll put her hair in the front of her face. I'm like, can you move it, dog? And she's just like, you know, she'll put it like it'll ride along the glasses. I'm like, what are you doing? People are like, can she stop doing that? I'm like, all right, we're out of here. You're fired. But I really wanted to do it with her, you know. But it's the content, and it takes time, and you know, it's big. It's a lot. You want to do it the right way,
It's work, brother. It's
Yeah,
work.
it's
It looks
work.
easy, but it looks like you just put a mic in front of you and it's
right?
good,
And you
but
gotta
go,
be
no,
okay.
no,
And
no.
like one thing, you gotta be okay. You're gonna have good shows. You're gonna have bad shows.
course.
You gotta ride the wave.
Yeah.
And I think just wasn't ready to ride the wave.
you
I
gotta stay
wasn't
away
ready.
from those comments. You can't let those
Yeah.
bad comments get you.
Yeah, I
Those-
delete the comments. I no comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, no comments. Hey, no comments. That's good.
Hey, cool.
Yeah, those comments will kill you, man. You know, you gotta have thick skin. You know, like I tell my son, in boxing, you want to be a boxer and stuff. That's cool, but you gotta deal with people saying you're no good. People saying they're gonna whoop you. People saying they're gonna whoop you with their eyes closed.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like it can get to you. You know, you got some thick skin to really deal with boxing. You know, or any type of thing for that matter. You know.
But the bigger you grow, the more they're gonna try to come after you.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely.
All right,
Especially.
so what else are we going to be able to see you here on pretty soon? Where can people find you as far as social media goes? Where they can send the hate mail and all that good stuff?
All the hate mail, you can send it to
American Cholo.
yeah. You can go to my actor /Wilson/Ramirez. That's my Instagram. Please get my followers up because I just, I need more followers. People keep.
He's being straight out. That's
I need more followers. They keep on wanting to validate me. Hey, I can validate you. Hey.
Oh, don't click on that one. Don't click on that one.
I'm like, for how much? They're like, hey, for only $80. I'm like, get out of here, fool. I ain't gonna do it.
Just give your password.
I'd rather die on my knees. Nah, how do you say it? Die on my feet than on my knees or whatever. He said it better. But you know what I'm saying? It's like, so actors _Wilson_Ramirez. You can go to my Facebook page is Wilson Antonio Ramirez. I got some things that's coming out. I did a movie with Vince Romo called Monstro.
Okay.
And I play his nemesis, Payaso. We got to work with some FX type stuff. The guys from I think it was from what was that zombie movie?
Cholo Zombie.
No. The zombie series.
Walking
Dead.
Oh, nice.
Some of the guys from there, so they had some great stuff.
What's the name of your character?
I'm Payaso.
Payaso, all right.
Yeah, Psycho Payaso and stuff. And so that's supposed to be coming out sometime in the summer. So Vince is a star with the homegirl. Dang, I forgot her name, Vampira or something like that. Vamps.
That's right.
And then I just booked my first guest star on a Stars show. I can't say. I don't think I can say the name yet.
No worries,
but it got some cool stars, and it got another star that I saw. One of the stars that's on there. It was on a new show recently, but I remember her from. You guys remember that show, that movie? Just One of the Guys. It was an '80s movie, and the girl was not doing good in school, or she was a writer, and then they was being feminist to her, so she went to another school as a guy.
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
yes,
so
yes.
the girl was with the brother, the brother who's trying to have sex and stuff like that.
Right.
So
Yeah,
she's an actress. She's been doing other things, but I remember her from that because she was fine. So she's on there. And then
you couldn't come up with an easier movie for us to
No,
figure out.
I
you look old,
You
dog.
made the cousin sister's brother. That's who it was.
I know. I'm sorry. I do that all the time. I break it down too much. Could have just went from A to B, dog. Yeah. And then there's a Mayans should be coming up soon.
Are you got some scenes in the next season?
I'm hoping I should have some good meaty scenes,
If not,
man.
he's gonna try to steal your part right there.
Don't try to steal my
I'll be
part.
right there in the casting building. You guys see me?
Wilson told me to come in.
We're enemies, dog.
Yeah. And then I think I can't remember anything else right now. But yeah, I'm still moving and grooving.
That's what's up, brother. You're moving forward and grinding, man.
That's it. And with all the stuff that's going on, I just hope that we can have a future, and all of us can have a future. We can keep on maintaining our families and stuff. It just it's just tough times.
I just got bad news for you, man. You made it to the American Cholo show. It's all downhill from here, folks. It's all down.
Is it? Oh.
It's all downhill from here, folks.
Don't say that.
You peaked out.
What am I doing here? Why?
So before we go, I need you to give a shout out to your wife and kids, man, and then we're out of here, bro.
I want to give a super duper shout out to my lady Sandra Marie, and to my children, all my kids. Name them all.
Name them all.
All right. Savan, Sajan, Wiljan, Maximiliano, Santonio, Seven, Giselle, Spirit, Wilson III, and I think that's all of them.
Man, all right. Mr. Wilson will be, he's going to be sponsoring some condoms here next time we come around.
COVID condoms.
COVID condoms. I want to thank you guys all for tapping in. This was a great guest, man. I appreciate you guys. You guys have a good one. Make sure to like, subscribe, and we'll catch you guys later, man.
All right.
We're out of here. Good shit, brother. Good shit, man.
Good job, bro.
That was fun.
Yeah, man.
That was really fun.